In this video we're going to make Anna from Frozen. So I've got some blue modelling and flour paste and I'm just going to roll it to create a bit of a cone shape, which will become our dress. Now she does have a short dress with her legs poking out the bottom, but for this version I'm going to do it so it's full length, just so that it offers a bit more support. So I'm going to keep rolling this. So I'm going to roll it so it thins out a little bit around here, which will become our waist. So we're just going to pinch it in there for the waist. And we're going to bring it up a little bit. And I'm just going to work out what size the body needs to be, and we'll just cut this up here. So I'm just going to shape the body. So squaring it off at the top, and I'll see if I can create like a little bit of a bust shape just here. Doesn't want to be big. Okay. Again, pinch it in at the waist. And what we're going to do is, with a skirt, she's got like a couple of little pleat bits, so I'm just going to use my modelling tool to just run a line down here and one down the other side. And we're just going to push that in a little bit. Smooth it off with my finger. While the body's drying, I'm going to make a start on the head. So I've just dyed some modelling paste a flesh colour, and I'm starting with a little circle. What I'm going to do is push an indentation across, so you can see there. And then we're going to push in 2 little eye sockets just using our fingers. If you've got a balling tool that you want to use, you can use the balling tool instead, that's fine. You'll find that when you do that, you squash the head and it becomes a little bit bigger. So we're just going to shape a little bit of a chin. And that's our basic shape. So what we need to do is add a couple of ears. So we're just going to get 2 small balls of your flesh colour fondant, and we're just going to stick them on either side of the head. Just using the bottom of my paintbrush, I'm going to push into the centre of each ear to create 2 ears. I'm going to take a small amount of fondant or modelling paste in the flesh colour, and we're going to give her a little nose, so I'll just make it a little bit smaller. They've only got quite petite noses. So I'm going to start with a little oval shape, and we'll just stick that onto the face just there. And just taking a cocktail stick, you're going to push a little hole up each side of the nose. If it's a bit fiddly, just leave this bit out and leave her with just a plain little rounded nose. I'm just going to put a slight indentation either side of her little smile. And we're going to add some lips. Just taking our flesh colour fondant, we're going to roll just a small little piece like that. And we're just going to put some water on the lip area. And we'll stick that on the bottom like so, and I'll just push that so that the corners go up to the little indentations that we've added. And you're going to roll another piece in the same way, a little bit longer. I've got a small amount of white modelling paste, which I'm just going to squash down. You can use a rolling pin if you prefer, but with it being so small, I'm just squashing it down with my fingers. I'm just going to use a little round plunger cutter to cut out 2 little circles for the eyes. I'm going to cut a really small amount off the bottom of each eye. I'm going to stick those into place on the face. I've just got a little bit of pink rainbow dust on my dry brush, and I'm just going to gently brush a tiny bit of pink onto her cheeks to give her a bit of colour. And I'm using a dark brown sugar flare colour and a really fine brush. And what we're going to do is just carefully pop on some little freckles onto her face. So I'm now going to paint her on some eyebrows, again using the dark brown. So we're just going to use a baby pink food colouring now for our lips. I'm going to paint on in a bit of the aqua food colouring some circles for our eyes. Now I'm just going to use a darker blue to just go around the very edge of each eye. If you prefer to leave it without the darker edge, that's fine. We're now going to use a little bit of black food colouring to draw on our eyelashes. And we're going to start from the centre of our eye, just trying to draw a thin line. And we're going to follow the eye all the way along. And we're going to draw a really thin one on the bottom too. And then we'll thicken it a little bit at the top. And we'll just paint on some eyelashes. Quite short. She just wants a couple on the bottom. So there's one eye, and we'll just repeat exactly the same on the other eye. So I've got a bit of black fondant, and I've just rolled 2 tiny dots which will go in the centre of her eyes. Now the tricky bit is going to be picking them up, so I'll just put a little bit of water on the top of each one and see if I can stick it to the bottom of my paintbrush. And we're just going to drop it into the centre of each of her eyes. And just push them around so that they are matching. I've got a really tiny bit of white fondant that I've rolled into 2 tiny balls, which will make little highlights for her eyes. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water on the black bit of each of her eye. And I'm going to see if I can pick these up using the bottom of my paintbrush. Or the other end of my paintbrush, whichever one you can get it to stick on. I'm just going to pop them onto the eyes, like so. Okay, and that's the face done. So now we'll go back onto the body. So I've dyed a slightly lighter blue for the bottom of our dress, and we're going to roll it nice and thin. And we're just going to create like some little triangle shapes which will stick to the bottom of the dress. So get it as thin as you can get it. I'm going to use a little circle cutter and a knife. So I'm just going to cut a straight edge with the knife. And what I'm going to do is just place my circle so that it comes pretty much to the edge. And then we're going to do another one. So that you just get a little sort of triangular bit in the middle. So taking my dress, I'm just going to put a small amount of water just on the very bottom. And I'm going to lay this across the bottom of the dress, and you're going to push that all the way around. You can put some water on the back of like the bits that stick up as well. And we're going to do that all the way around till we get to the back of the dress. So we've got the edging on. I'm going to use a bit of the aqua colour, and we're going to paint a bit of patterning on. We're going to just paint in some quite basic patterning. It doesn't have to be identical to what she's got on her dress. And obviously I'll turn it round to do the back as well, but I'll just put the front bit on for you to see. I'm now going to use a bit of a pink for the tops of the patterns, and we're just going to put on a little flowery bit. Now if it helps, just load up a picture of Anna so that you can see the pattern that you want to put on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give her a little neck. So I'm going to use a cocktail stick to push it into the top of the body. Leave a little bit poking out. I'm going to use just a small amount of flesh colour, and I'm going to push that onto the cocktail stick like so. I'm just going to put a little bit of water at the base and then push the neck on like that. We're going to roll a small amount of the lighter blue colour that we've got, And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a line at the top and we're going to cut a triangle which will go down a body. Now, if you're more organised than me, you would put this on before you put the neck on, whereas I've put the neck on first. You can do it the other way around. So we're just going to put a bit of water on the back of it. And I'm going to stick that onto here. And I'm just going to pull that up so that it goes up to the neckline. We're taking a ball of the greeny colour, or the bluey greeny colour. I'm just going to roll it out and I'm just going to squash it down a little bit with my fingers. And we're going to wrap that around the neck, so a bit of water on. And starting at the back, and we're just going to pull it round, like so. Now we're going to need some black. So I've got some black fondant, which I'm going to roll out nice and thin. This we'll put on the top. So I'm going to have a look size-wise for how it fits. So I want to cut it into a bit of a triangular shape at the bottom. And this triangular bit will go down on our body just there. I'll cut a bit off on the top and we'll just see lengthwise, if you hold it against the body, for how long you want it to be. And I'm going to just cut another little triangle from the top. So up here. And then I'll hold it against my body. So that's about okay size-wise, I think. So I'm going to put a bit of water onto the body where this black's going to go. And I'm just going to push that over the top. And I'll wrap it around the back. Bit of water on the back. Don't worry about getting it perfectly neat on the back, because we're going to add a cloak so it will cover the joinlets at the back. So I've now got a dark gold metallic paint. It is an edible one. And we're just going to paint on a little gold trim around the edge of our outfit. If you prefer to put it on in fondant, you can do, that's fine. And again, I'm not too worried about going right up to the top with it, just because when we put her cloak on, it will cover it up. I'm going to do the same now around the bottom. So I'm using a bit more of my aqua green colour just to paint a tiny bit of patterning onto the bottom of a dress. Or not the bottom of a dress, the top of a dress. So I'm going to take my lighter colour again, and we're just going to roll some long thin sausage shapes for arms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck her arms behind her back, and she's going to be wearing a cape, so you're not going to see the back of her. So I'm just going to work out the length of them. So I'm going to roll in a little elbow just there and bend the arm ever so slightly. And I'm going to stick a bit of water on the top and just push that onto the top of her body up there. And then I'm going to wrap that so it just goes to the back of her. So I'll put a little bit of water just on the back of her arm, and we're just going to push that onto there like so. And just be careful that you don't smudge your painting. If you want to leave the body to dry a bit, you can do before sticking on the arms, that's fine. So you're going to repeat with the other arm. So we're going to put our head on now. Just going to put a little bit of water underneath. And we're going to push the head onto your cocktail stick. Push it down just a little bit. So I've rolled like a pinky purple colour at my modelling and fondant paste. I've tried to keep a curved edge at one side, and what I'm going to do is cut round and bring it up to make a little cape for her. So we'll bring it round as well at this side. So we're just going to trim it. Okay, and we're going to stick this then onto our little figure we've made. So I've put a little bit of water on the back of the fondant, and we're just going to push that onto the back of her, like so. Now if there's a bit extra on the top, we'll just cut that off, or if there's not too much, you'll be able to push it down. And then we're going to make the second part of her cloak. So we're going to do another piece very much the same but smaller. So we're going to cut a curve again, which we'll wrap around her shoulders, and we'll just cut a straight edge across the top. We'll probably have to cut some off when we stick it on, so we'll take it over and see if it fits. So I've put a little bit of water on it. I'm going to push it on here. I'm going to put it up so it comes to the middle on both sides. And what we're going to do is pinch these corner bits, and what we'll do is we'll cut those off. So we're going to cut these bits with scissors, and we're going to push those down. And we're going to do the same with the other side. And now we need to do her a bit for the top around her collar. So I've rolled a long thin piece that we're going to squash down for around the neck. Now, if you haven't let the head set too much, you'll be able to pull the head off and wrap this around. If you've let the head set, obviously do it with the head on the body still. And then we're just going to push her head back on. So I'm going to put a little bit of water on either side of her top, and we're just going to use a tiny bit of black fondant. And now her chair's got little heart shapes, but with it being so small and fiddly, we're just going to make these little teardrop shapes. And what we're going to do now is, using our purple, we're going to create lots of little balls for pom-poms to stick on the very edge of her jacket. So I'm just going to roll lots of small balls, and we're just going to stick them all the way along the outfit. So we're just going to put these all the way along the edges, just of the top bit. So we're going to fill from here to here, and you have to be careful to balance them just on the very edge. So I've got some brown modelling paste, and I'm rolling 6 long thin pieces, so 3 of each piece will be for each plait. So we're going to squeeze them together at the top, and you're going to go from the outside one in, and we're going to keep going down. One done. I'm going to trim it here where I want it, and I'll make the other one the same. So I'm just going to wet the back of her head a little bit and just over the top, so that when we give her some hair it's going to stick. So I'm going to take a ball of fondant that we're going to squash down to create like a bit of a cap for the back of her head. So we're just going to stick this on, so around the back, and we're just going to push that on. So if it comes behind the ears a little bit, that's fine, as a hairstyle does do that a bit. What we're going to do now is just give her a bit of a parting by pushing in a little bit there, and I'm just going to put some little lines on up there. We're just going to give her one piece for the front, so we're going to start with a ball that we're going to roll so that it's pointy at either end. Now it might be a bit thick, this piece, so we'll just flatten it down a little bit. And I'm just going to put some little lines in down the bottom for her hair. And we're just going to push that onto the front there, using a little bit of water. Like that. We're going to do a little bit more. That's just going to go just on one side there, like that. And now we just need to add her plaits, and then we'll give her a bit of a lighter streak going through her hair. So I've just wet the plaits a little bit at the end, and I'm just going to tuck those under the back of her hair, and then we're going to drape that over the front. We'll do the same with the other one. So over there, and just push onto the back of your head. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water on the top of the head. I'm going to use some lighter brown to give her a light streak. So I've just rolled a piece. It's going to go on the top of her head. I'm going to push that on like so, and we're going to bring that now through the plait. So just on the odd piece we're going to put a little bit of water, and we're just going to pinch some tiny bits that we're going to put onto the plait. So I'm going to push that onto there, see if I can get it down into that little gap there. And you won't be able to see very well, but I'll put some coming down this bit here. And there she is finished. So we just need to put her on the cake now along with her sister. So we're going to put her on our cake just there to go with her sister. Thank you for watching.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.